This driving, one in the passenger, they both got guns, but I'm in the middle seat by the sliding door. And you know what they did? They pull up on the car for me to be facing the, and they said, shoot! I pointed the gun at him. Jumping off the porch, to me, there was a preliminary part of that. Mm-hmm. There was the preliminary part. The preliminary part is coming home from school, Damo, all these old ass niggas on the corner in they nice cars, and I'm walking home from school, and I'm saying, "What's up, Damo?" And you like, "What's up, little? This my little nigga right here." And I'm like, "Hey, I feel good." Yeah. Damo said hi to me. He's the guy with all the gold ribs, right? Yeah. That turns into, Damo, can you buy me some candy? You pull out that fucking knot, you give me $20. Yeah. That's the prequel. The jumping off the porch comes from, I'ma say, stealing weed out of my mama's closet. Mm-hmm. Because the underworld, I was attracted to making money. I wasn't attracted to being a thug. I knew the thug atmosphere was where you got the money. Street corner, projects, shit like that. Mm-hmm. But I just wanted the money. I didn't want to be a drive-by shooter. You know, I picked my color. Okay, I wear blue. I'm a Crip, whatever. But I want some money. Everybody smoke crack. Everybody smoke weed. I'm about to sell this shit. So I think my mom had went out of town. And she said, "Hey, y'all gonna stay with your auntie. Don't go in my house." You know you don't tell no fucking kid that. My grandma needed her grass cut. I remember this like yesterday. I caught the bus from 79th and Chestnut, caught the Prospect bus all the way to 39th and Prospect, 39th Street to the crib, right? Get to the crib to get the lawnmower to go to 40th and Kensington to cut my grandma's grass. I get to the house. All I gotta do is go in the backyard, get the lawnmower, but I want to go in and snoop. You know how you home alone? You go in the ice box, you drink out of the carton, you take a shit without shutting the door. You just do shit because you're there alone. So I decided to go in my mama's closet. Now, I had been to stole little roach from my mama, hit her joint, put it back out. But I had never, this was embarking on a new mission. This was embarking. Yeah. I'm embarking. I done walked in this woman's closet, pulled that motherfucking light, and I see all these Dooney and Burks and shit. These purses, these high-end purses. And I just reach in one. And I feel a baggie. I pull that motherfucker out. It's just all weed. So I start going through every purse. It's weed. I go to the back of the closet. It's weed. I said, damn. I just grabbed a big-ass handful. Went and cut my grandma's grass. Went back out to my auntie house. I said, look what I got. She said, damn. Nigga, I can make you some money and da-da-da-da. My auntie was my dog. Boom. Started selling a little bit of weed. And I said, hey, wait a second. I got an in-house supply of weed. Mm-hmm. Behind my house was some Jamaican niggas that had a shop, a tire shop. The tire shop doubled as a weed spot after hours. That motherfucker shut down about 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, that corner is a fucking free-for-all. Traffic everywhere. Motherfuckers lined up like an assembly line to buy weed. And would nobody be there to sell weed but the 13-year-old me. Everybody else was selling crack and stuff. That weed, that shit had me wearing dookie ropes at a very young age. Rolex bracelets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Gambling. You know, I wanted to wear the jewelry that Slick Rick had. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Run DMC ropes and shit. Big ass dinner plate medallions. I wanted that shit. That's the shit that I looked up to the dudes had in the 80s. So it was the glittery things that I was attracted to. And then you got to think. I drew a correlation between the rappers and the drug dealers. So it was a validation there. So in order to be a rapper, you got to deal drugs. It validates you. And then the streets will say, no, that nigga
Real.
Damo really did that.
Real one.
He a real one. Buy his shit. That was the mentality that I developed very early on. You know what I'm saying? So to sell weed and be able to write about it, I'm like, nigga, I'll do this for real. Because back then, that was unheard of. Wow. You mean to tell me he doesn't have a dance? Nah, that nigga talking about selling drugs and running from the police and saying fuck y'all and all that. That shit was cute. When I started feeling the cuteness of it, the acknowledgement, that's that nigga G-Loke's little brother with the weed. Who is that? That's G-Loke little brother with the fire weed. Yeah, that's me, little Rob. Identity. You see what I'm saying? I didn't want the identity. That's the one that make the straight A's. That's the poet. That's the short story writer. That's the thespian. He's going to be a thespian. He's going to be an actor in the Actors Guild of America. Nah, this nigga going to be in the pantheon of drug dealers. Pantheon of great drug dealers. Put his name right there. Because that shit was attractive. So, even then, I didn't understand what the fuck I was getting into. I couldn't see past a pound of weed. Quarter pound, half pound, pound. I didn't know shit about buying 20 pounds of weed, 50 pounds of weed. So from 13 to 20, I was faking. 13 to 19. Talking about all these kilos in my raps. All the plugs. I ain't never met a fucking plug in my life. Niggas was scared to sell us a ball. They thought we was gonna rob them. We wasn't getting no fucking money. We was some petty, corner-standing D-boy gang bangers. Pieces of shit, little boys misled.
Did you embrace being under your brother's umbrella?
I wasn't under that nigga's umbrella.
What you say?
We were together.
You started to find identity, but they say that's G-Loke's little brother.
Well, see, this is the thing.
Before they call you.
That's a great. I like that. So G-Loke's little brother come from our face. We look like twins. So that's G-Loke little brother. That ain't G-Loke. Nah, that's his little brother. They don't know me. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, what I seen bro doing was attractive. You know? Bro climbing out that motherfucking window. Bro coming to me saying, hey, if mama wake up, you keep her down here. Don't let her go up them stairs. So he's giving me responsibility that's crazy at a very young age, right? So now I got to stay up. I can't even go to sleep. This nigga out having whatever kind of fun he having. And I got to sit there. And I would be so relieved when I would hear that window open. Because I'm thinking safe. He's safe, thank God. Or if I'm at home and I hear, pow, 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 pow. I'm like, because back then it wasn't I can't call my brother on the cell phone and be like, bro, they just was, you okay? They was shooting down the street. I got to wait. He'll come back, smell my fingers. He'll whip that pussy. I say, ooh, that smell like some juicy pussy, brother. Oh, let me smell it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, he gets all the fun. He just came and let me smell some juicy pussy. Like, geez. I was like, this nigga crazy, this nigga cold. That's my big brother. Why should I not? You know what I mean? He giving me my first whiff. I hadn't even had a whiff. You know that good oily pussy. Ooh, ooh. Hey, nigga don't never do it with one finger. Nigga always do two fingers.
Hold on. For you never to smell it, and you smelt it, you embraced that smell.
I knew that was pussy juice, man. I knew that was God.
It didn't stink, but it ain't something.
It didn't stink.
Somebody
it didn't stink. It had a distinctive smell.
Yeah.
And that shit,
I see what you did.
It's, you know what we used to call it? The fire pussy smell. It's called the fire pussy smell because every woman doesn't have that smell. It's only the ones with the fire pussy. Ooh. Anyway, man. Yeah, man. So I jumped off the porch pretty early based on naivety and curiosity. and a little bit of follower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So there's going to be trolls. Oh, that nigga was a follower. Absolutely I was. Just like I'm pretty sure you were. We've all followed.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And my brother's not guilty for introducing me to shit. He didn't ever say, hey, nigga, you gonna be a Crip. Because actually, I liked red, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a red dude. I like red look fly on me. You know what I'm saying? When I wasn't wearing that shit on 39th Street on the east side, I'm blued up like everybody else. Royal blue KC hat. I got my motherfucking flannel buttoned up at the top like a Mexican. I'm even standing like a Mexican. I might even say, what's up, Holmes? You know what I'm saying? I'm being extra. I'm just saying the whole stereotype of a gangbanger,
Yeah.
we embody that shit.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dressing, the conversation, all the colloquialisms. We embrace that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking California culture. 700-800 miles away. Ain't none of you niggas ever been there. Niggas is followers. Let's be honest here. That's why I'm not a Crip down, man. I'm not from California. I'm not from LA. I still say cuz and stuff because that's some country shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't look at that stuff the same no more, but you got to go through it in order to not, you know what I'm saying? To look at it from the way I look at it, like, man, I participated in that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So going through that introduced me to the gangs. The drugs, the gangs, all that shit tied
So
together.
the drugs came first.
The drugs
before
came first,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of merged at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's not like one came, then this one came. It's like I got this and it attracts this and it just meshes together. You know what I'm saying?
What does being involved in a gang mean here at that time when you got involved in the gang? What is it like?
It meant neighborhood
Intel,
camaraderie.
Yeah.
That's what it was based on.
Say that again.
Neighborhood camaraderie.
Yeah.
So what color is your neighborhood based on? Let's start there. So if you guys wear red, you guys are Bloods.
Mm-hmm.
Then the camaraderie. So what is the dynamic of the camaraderie? Is the camaraderie because we hooped at the basketball court? Is the camaraderie is after we hoop, we go steal from the grocery store? Is the camaraderie we throw rocks at police cars and run?
Uh-huh.
That makeup is going to determine what level of. So the guys that I grew up around, man, we was throwing rocks at police cars, man. We was doing all the bad shit, the dangerous shit, all the dangerous shit. So, you know, going through that 14, 15, throughout my teens, and then losing my best friend on my prom night. You know, that shit was changed my perspective. Actually, what that did, my mother moved us to the suburbs in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
Moved us to Grandview. This when Grandview was Grandview. And it was her way of saying, you know, I'm going to leave this city life behind, get my kids in a better school district, and just live my life. You know what I'm saying? Her and her new husband. And me and my brother just couldn't stay out the city, you know. We would have my mama drop us off at Hypermart. We'll get on that motherfucking truce bus and catch the bus to the city and then call her, can you come get us? You know what I'm saying? And she started noticing that trend. So she's like, y'all not going to the city. City dangerous, you know what I'm saying? So my mom would let me borrow her car. Mama, can I borrow the car? Can I go to the city? Can I go to the city? She'll let me get the car. I have a pick in the hood that I pick up. You know, a friend that I'm pick my boy up. That's my boy. My mama like him. Pick him up. On prom night, my mom had a 1996 Mustang. She said, you can drive my car to prom. No, she had a Mercury Mountaineer. 97 Mercury Mountaineer with a gold grill on it. I'll never forget. And she said, you can drive this, but don't go get none of them niggas from 43rd Street. Don't have none of them faux trade niggas in my car. Any other time, I wouldn't have listened to her. I wouldn't have listened to my mom. I'd pick them niggas right up. We'd have been smoking weed, went to the car wash, cleaned her car out before I took it back. But this particular night, because I was so clean with my tux on, I listened to her. And I didn't pick my boy up. And that night, he called me all night. And I just ignored him. He's paging me. And I ignored him. And then the next morning, when I woke up at my hotel, he wasn't answering for me. And I turned on the news, I think, and I seen the news of him. No, news of a murder that happened in the neighborhood. They found a burnt up body. I immediately knew it was him.
It was in y'all's neighborhood.
It's in my neighborhood,
Okay.
and I'm like, fuck, he's not answering. It's a murder in the neighborhood, a dead body that's burnt up. That's my nigga. I didn't know though. So I called his brother. I'm like, hey, bro, your brother there? He like, nah, man, I haven't been calling him. I was like, look, your brother dead, man. He like, what? I'm like, man, I know that sound crazy. He's like, how do you know? I'm like, I don't know. I said, I feel it. I said, they found a body over here at Tower Park, burnt up, da-da-da-da. He still didn't believe me. I go to the hood. I'm standing on the corner in front of Blue Valley liquor store, 43rd and Cleveland. And it was two officers that used to roll together. It was either Officer Gentry and Dupree or Officer White and Officer Dupree. This time it was Officer Dupree and Officer White, two black men. They pull up on me, park all crooked. Come here. You know, do that shit. And that fucking dickhead shit. Hey, you, come here. You. That shit. I go over there. And he's like, look what happened to your boy. And it's my partner. Now, mind you, he doesn't have no flesh. Like skin where I'm like, he's light skinned and shit. I'm telling because he got a gold tooth and the way his jawline is shaped, his mouth is open, like he was screaming. Like when he died, like he was screaming and he got froze in that state. And that's the picture that they showed me. I see that picture right now and I'm telling you, he was charred. You see his eyeballs, he was charred though. And they laughed. Look what happened to your boy. This your boy, ain't it? I just walked away. And that was my confirmation. So what that did, up until that point, I had one foot in the hood and one foot out. So my routine was, I move to Grandview. I go to Grandview High School, get out of high school. I'm going to go to the city, stand in front of the corner, in front of the store, sell my little crack, make me a couple $100. I'm going to go back home, smoke some weed with my new suburban friends, and call it a day. Well, what that did is that pushed me into being a suburban crack dealer. I didn't want to go back to the hood no more because now I'm in the suburbs and I'm meeting clucks that got these nice ass houses and they not renting me fucking buckets. They renting me nice ass cars. Nice cars that you can't rent in the hood. And these motherfuckers, when I go sell crack to them, they're like, hey, you want a plate? I made some neck bones and some greens and shit. I'm like, damn, yeah, I want a plate. Hell yeah. These clucks is cool. And you can give them credit and they're not going to disappear on your motherfucking ass. They got this goddamn mortgage they need to pay on this big ass house. So now I'm making money at a more accelerated rate than the niggas in the hood. Because, down there, nigga, we fighting over a motherfucking $8 serve. We fighting over an $8 serve, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking cluck got to come through and play it like any minute. Well, I bought from you last time, Damo. Let me give Rob a chance. You like, nah, fuck that. That nigga got some bullshit. I got the big pieces. I'm like, nigga, you hate, nigga. Now we arguing. Meanwhile, our other homeboy like, look, just get it from me. That's the kind of shit I grew up around. Niggas, 5 niggas running up to one car and shit. The smoker don't even know. They so spooked, they just drive off. Ain't nobody get to serve. Now I'm in the suburbs where this type of shit don't even exist. These people got to drive to the city. Now they got a nigga that's ready to. I'm on a bicycle. I done bought this inner city shit to the suburbs in the 90s.
Readily available for them.
I'm readily available for you. You call me, I'm pulling up on a fucking mountain bike if I got to. You know what I'm saying? So, actually, that's how I met my first friend in Grandview. By selling dope. I had a dude, cool nigga, and we became really good friends off of that. So, now I'm not in the hood no more. Now I'm getting a little bit of money and I'm like, hey, wait a second, that's dumb. Because now I see you, a nigga that wore red. We a little older now, but now I'm on another side of town. Let's say you live out there with your baby mama and you seeing me a lot. So one day you might say, hey, bro, you know where I can get some weed? I'm like, I got it right here. Boom, I sell you a bag of weed. Give you my number. Now you start calling me. And he said, man, ain't you from 43rd, 39th Street in that area? I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, I'm from over here with Bloods. And man, you cool as a motherfucker. Now you didn't invite me to a barbecue. There's some other niggas, some blood niggas that your niggas that we might used to throw signs up at and shit. These niggas buying weed from me. So now I'm like, hold up, these niggas cool as a motherfucker. Yeah. But before that, when we be in the city, when we see each other, y'all throwing up y'all blood signs, I'm hitting stupid shit. We ain't never had a fucking conversation. And we throwing sign language at each other. So then the ultimate happens. I meet my homie who say, I want to get into the music business with you. And when that happened, I got introduced to some shit that I only saw in the movies. And that's when things took off.
Before you go there, back into the gang culture though.
Okay.
Was there ever a moment within gang culture? Because you don't seem like the type of person who wants to do a lot of stuff that the gang entails. And
oh, fuck no.
Like that. And you said you were more about money than about real gang activity.
Yeah.
Like, so was there ever a moment where you saw yourself in a position where it was like, nah, this ain't me? Or
yeah, man, I felt like I was, you know, I participated in a robbery. Let's start there.
Okay.
When I was young, you know what I'm saying? An armed robbery. And it was a peer pressure robbery. Like, man, I know we can go get this money. I got to spit, Damo. So, you know, I got the hood niggas. They like, man, I got this lick up here at Blockbuster Video. I'm like, man, let's do it. I'm under this peer pressure. These niggas come with this idea for this great lick. Now, this was, regardless of all the other shit, I've been into all the kind of other shit. It was just these two instances that gave me this brush with reality. Like, nigga. This one, I go in here, man. My dude give me a cap gun. This ain't no cap gun that looked like a real gun. This motherfucker got the orange thing in the nozzle, man. But I'm not thinking. I accept the gun. Now, I'm in my car that my mother bought me. You know the car that you get for your kid when they turn 16? But your 16-year-old about to go take it and do an armed goddamn robbery.
Yeah.
Think about that, man. My mama would have been fucking, boy, you stupid motherfucker. I'm so stupid that when we get to the location, I take a piece of my notebook paper from school and I put it over the fucking license plate, man. Okay? Yeah, choke, man. I put the paper over the license plate. So we go inside this Blockbuster, some teenager working in there, and I said, give me the money now. Yo, some goofy shit, watching too many movies. Give me the money now. And that bitch said, hey, wait a second, that's plastic. And my boy said, smack the shit out of her. Bitch, give me the money. Take the money, we run. We get to the car, man, it's like 30-something bucks, man. It's three of us.
What the?
We got like $11, $12 a piece. So I'm pissed. So we on the west side of town. We gotta go back to the east side. I'm pissed. My tank is on E. I want some weed. I don't got no fucking money. But back then, you know, you can buy a $5 nickel sack of weed back then, right? Mm-hmm. So these niggas want to get high. My two partners, they want to get high, but they smoke wet. So they done took their money and bought them some PCP. I done took my money and bought a $5 sack of weed and put the other $5 in my gas tank and bought me a cigar and rolled it up in. We're all broke. So my partner say, and I'm not thinking, he said, hey man, stop me at the gas station down on 45th and Purcell. And you know, they had the motherfucking things with the change on the side. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you talking about, yeah.
So now we talking about this. This is, you know, nobody's gonna get in trouble. This is beyond the statute of limitations. This shit is super old from the 90s, okay?
Cool.
Nobody got killed, nobody got hurt. So I'm in my car. The same day, nigga, 15 minutes after we just pulled an armed robbery on the west side. My boy go in. I'm like, damn, this nigga taking too long. So I just happen to look over. He's fighting the fucking attendant, snatching the belt off of him. He didn't snatched it. Nigga, quarters went everywhere. So he's yelling at me and the other nigga like, help me get these quarters, dog. Nigga, we didn't get up. And we on the ground scooping up quarters, man. I remember driving to the hood, man. And I just knew I'm going to jail, man. I'm fucking going to jail, man. And I didn't. Thank God we didn't get in trouble. But that was one of those situations. I'm like, this is what entails being in a gang. And that's why now I'll tell a young man, you in a gang? Who's your board of directors? Mm-hmm. Who's your treasury? Do you guys have a fund for when you go to jail? They handle your legal fees? Well, it sounds like you're in a loose-knit organization of some dumbass niggas. That doesn't sound like any type of organized. That's what gangs is to me. There's no leadership. There's no hierarchy. Who do you go to when there's a health issue?
No life insurance.
No life insurance. No stipends. No nothing. You motherfuckers is just committing willy-nilly crimes. And I get it. You guys dress alike. You guys wear the same color. That's your only fucking exhibit of togetherness. And is that you wear the same color.
Insured is death or prison.
Yeah. You're guaranteed this shit. You're guaranteed this. So what do I get for signing up? Oh, you're going to get death or prison. One of those. Mm-hmm. And you can't choose. They're just going to come. They're going to come. And they might be dressed any kind of way. We just hope you recognize it, young man. Nah, man, that shit is so fucking stupid. The drug business is what saved me from gangs, man. Drug business and rap. The drug business because it produced money. And when you're dealing with money, you got to deal with people. I can't discriminate. Nigga, you want to buy 100 pounds from me, nigga. Why? I ain't going to sell it to you because you got on a red t-shirt? Bring that motherfucking money, nigga. Blood. Matter of fact, what's up, blood? Bring me that money, blood. Are you a crip? Yeah, bring me that money, cuz. I don't give a fuck. Quick Trip ain't never said to me, hey, Mr. Quick Trip, let me get 40 on number 10. They said, let me see your paperwork. Nigga, just anything. I got the money. They give me the gas, man. All this other shit is stupid to me. It's stupid. And we, as black men, we create barriers for ourselves. Like, we're sad enough the fucking world already got barriers for us, but then we create additional ones. We create additional ones, man. Unnecessary ones. Ignorant ones. Oh, you're not poor. Man, if you're going to be in the gang, go join a fucking fraternity, bro. Go be loyal to something that will return its loyalty to you. You know? Mm-hmm. Go cross the burning sands. Burn your feet. Ride the goat, nigga. Quit faking. You know what I'm saying? That Crip and Blood shit was built off of fucking fraternal organizations anyway. So yeah, man. That shit was pivotal. I wouldn't exchange it for anything in the world. The pain and the trauma from all of that made me who I am. So you got an incident where a friend of mine was shot, bro. And I happened to be riding with the men that were avenging this guy being shot. These were older men who I believe were taking advantage of my presence as a youngster. But they didn't know my ideology. They didn't know that I didn't want to be in that car with them that night. Yeah. But I was wanting to be cool. See, there's a lot of cool niggas in the penitentiary. They wanted to be cool for one night. One night, that nigga wanted to be cool and it costed him the rest of his fucking life, man. Thank God. I could have been gone, man. These niggas see these niggas, bro. And they pull up. We was in a minivan and the door was open. But I'm the nigga that's sitting by the door. I'm the nigga that's sitting by the door. These niggas, just one nigga driving, one nigga in the passenger. They both got guns, but I'm in the middle seat by the sliding door. You know what they did? They pull up on the car for me to be facing the nigga. And they said, shoot! I pointed the gun at him, and I looked at him, and I let that nigga drive off. I ain't want to kill him. Mm-hmm. I ain't want to shoot him. I felt like what I'm doing right now is real stupid. I couldn't say that. I should be able to. I felt like Ricky. Hey, yo, dog, let me out. Trey. I felt like Trey. Let me out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Trey had a father, man. Those things were playing on my mind just like Trey.
With you not doing it, how did they react? And also,
Oh, you acting like a bitch.
were you intentionally put in that seat? Both questions, I'm sorry.
I can't say somebody said sit there,
Okay.
but I didn't have the option of sitting in the goddamn front. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like my nigga was like, but you want the front seat or you want to sit right here? It ain't, nigga, you gonna sit right there. That's what's available. You take what's available for your young ass, nigga. You the youngster.
Yeah.
And see, I'm from the era where the young man gets used for real.
Mm-hmm.
See, the young man's a little smarter now, you know, because of the terminology and the internet and stuff. It assists him. See, these niggas got assistants. See, back then you had to figure it out. Oh, you trying to play me, nigga. You trying to play me. See, I had to realize like I looked up to scumbags. They were children of God. Man, a lot of niggas in the hood is niggas that fell from grace, man. We all raised up in the church, bruh. I seen two niggas arguing on the internet 2 days ago. And you know what one nigga said about the other nigga, bro? He said, nigga, you ain't tough, nigga. You the same nigga that was coming to church singing in the choir. You know what I said? What the fuck is wrong with that? If I showed you the list I have a list that says things I want to do when I get out of prison. You know what one of them is, brother? Joining a choir. Because you're supposed to sing songs for the Lord. Mm-hmm. It says it in scripture. I ain't supposed to be making rap songs about the streets. If I make a rap song, I'm supposed to be singing about the Lord to the highest of my vocal cords. And when I read that scripture, I said, the least I can do, if I can memorize all this shit that I talk about, I can memorize me a song. Hallelujah, salvation and glory, honor. You know what I'm saying? It's my favorite song, bro.
Yeah.
So I should be able to stand in front of a congregation, no matter if I can sing or not, and do that. If I can rap in front of you and say, bounce that asshole, or bounce that. If I can do that, I can give praises to the Creator, man. Mm-hmm. That's what the music is for. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm thankful. I'm thankful, man. Pain is the mother of creativity. For real, man.
Let me ask you something. The van incident, did this happen before your best friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you not pulling the trigger in that moment, and then leading up to the moment, what happened to your best friend? Did your mindset change about not pulling the trigger? Not in that moment, but are you ready to pull a trigger?
What happened was when it come to that, right? Just imagine being in the moment and realizing that what you're about to do isn't worth it.
We're talking about the
van.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So in the time of the van leading up to my homie, I probably experienced more hood shit, but I ended up moving out of the hood. So now I got an external perception or perspective about what I was involved with. Okay. So now I get to rob my mom's car through the hood, wave at my friends, and say, that shit don't look right. That don't look right. That don't. If it wasn't for me moving to Grandview, I wouldn't have got introduced to conscious music. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There was pain. I'm leaving everything that I know. I'm moving out here to the suburbs. I don't know these kids. You know what I'm saying? They didn't grow up in the city. They don't even, I was different to them. You know what I'm saying? But I met this kid that he heard me in language arts class reading a poem. And he liked it. And he heard that I was a rapper. And that nigga came to me and gave me 3 CDs. Nas, It Was Written, Wu-Tang, Enter the 36 Chambers, AZ, Do or Die. Me and my little brother thought that was the wackest shit we ever heard. It was my little brother, rest in peace to him. He came to me and he said, hey, bro, you need to listen to these. And I'm like, man, nigga, we listen to Tupac, nigga, fuck these niggas. He like, nah, I trusted my little brother. Musically, if that nigga tell me to listen to something, I'm listening.
Oh, so you and your big brother thought it was the wackest thing you
ever
heard?
Big bro in jail.
Cause I thought you said also after he initially said is the wackest thing, he went back and
So
revisited.
me and my little brother going to Grandview together, and I'm
Okay.
telling him I met this kid. He gave me these CDs, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, like, man, we ain't listening. I'm like, man. So every day this kid would be like, hey, yo, he from Jersey. He be like, you listen to them? I'm like, I'm going to get with him. I'm going to let you know. But bro came to me and said, you need to listen to these. Now, Greg, my oldest brother, on the other hand, I'll never forget one of my biggest memories of him riding an 85 Silverado. And he ejected my Reasonable Doubt tape and threw it out the window. And said, I'm tired of this shit. I can't stand this Jay-Z. Who the fuck? This nigga whack as a motherfucker. And he put SIBO in. When niggas say G, I mean OG.
Yeah.
Some hardcore Crip shit because that's what we was raised on. At that moment in my life, I was evolving. I'm going to school with these suburban kids. They don't listen to Brother Lynch Hum. They don't listen to SIBO. They listening to more cultured artists.
Yeah.
People with a dynamic vocabulary. People that went to college. I didn't know rappers went to college when I was young. I thought you had to be an ignorant, crazy motherfucker. That's where your validation came from, how ignorant you were. You know what I'm saying? So, man, there's a lot of pain in growing. And it's a lot because once you grow and you know something, right, you can't unknow it. You can't unknow that.
Yeah.
Like you've been open, like I recognize that that's bad for me. You can't undo that. You can't undo that you've been discovered that. It's painful because it was more comfortable not knowing. Just
Yeah.
it's comfortable. Like I'd rather just look this way. You know what I mean? Ignorance is bliss. But yeah, man.
We were
Yeah.
talking about the door, the van door versus, your feelings of the van door was that I'm not about that. I can't do
I
this.
couldn't do it.
But going to the moment when you found out your friend got burnt up and stuff, he didn't burn himself up.
Well, a friend of ours did that. A friend of ours. Once I kind of knew the lead up. It's like a soap opera. You know the lead up. You're in the soap opera. So you know what the fuck's going on. So I kind of knew that things were escalating. Didn't think that it would get to that point, but I knew that the backstory, the elements of the backstory, I knew. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't think that it would culminate into my homie being murdered. You see what I'm saying? So what his murder did is it just kind of thrusted me more into the suburbs. Meaning I'm in the hood every day, but that shit wasn't me no more. Cause now I'm like, oh, wait a second. I didn't ran the streets. We did not ran the streets together. Now we killing each other. Okay. Nobody from the outside is coming to the hood. We're killing each other. Oh, no way. No way. I'm making friends in the suburbs. These dudes treat me like they've been knowing me our whole life. Okay? Their parents aren't fucking strung out on drugs and, doing them wrong. I'm spending the night at their house. Everything was cool. I had one friend, his mom used to let me borrow her car. My mom would never. You know what I'm saying? It was just a different life. Like, I remember moving out there and, I invited kids to come over to my house. Like, yo, come over to my house. We chilling at my house. But my house was just like the house in the hood. Now, you can't come in. Out there, you can come in. You don't have to knock. It's suburbs. Like, we become cool. We play on the same basketball team. I meet your mom one time. Nigga, I just walk in your house. I never forget they did me. Like, I'm like, hey, man, y'all got me fucked up. That city shit. That's what that nigga acting like a city nigga. Like, y'all think y'all knock on the door. But to them, I was tripping.
Yeah.
Because my rules that I grew up on, we don't have company. I'm already doing too much just having y'all outside. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama going to say, I don't know none of these motherfuckers.
Right.
They didn't grow up like that. It was a little more inclusive. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful for that experience because it helped me see a different dynamic of life. I actually met kids where their education was more important than what they had on. You know what I'm saying? That was refreshing. I met kids that being smart was cool, you know, not corny. See, I used to hide my books when I got off the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I invited gang members to my graduation. I got put out of my graduation for throwing up gang signs. It wasn't cute. It was just, this is just to capture the picture of the dynamic of what I was on. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was embraced. People embraced you for that type
Yep.
act.
Yep.
I think you were bringing that story back around though, to uh finding out it was a friend who did that.
When it come to that, when it come to that situation, me losing my homeboy, my other homeboy doing it to him, that situation alone itself gave me reason to renounce gang membership. It that was painful, bro, losing my best friend. But how I bounced back from that, how I displayed resilience is by detaching myself from that whole lifestyle. So I no longer was cuz this, crip that. Then I began to immerse myself artistically into representing a side of me that like you could tell that I know that, but I'm not about that.
Yeah.
That became a mission of me as an artist. So prior to that, it's nigga I'm from Fortray and all that. After that, it's more I used to be this. This is the trajectory I'm on now. It's more redemptive. It gave birth to a more redemptive mindset.
I couldn't imagine seeing my best friend like that. Maybe I've seen people with bullets in them. Maybe I've seen these type of things, but to see your best friend like that,
He was charred, bro.
yes. And then you said his mouth was open as if he was
Screaming.
screaming. What did that do to you?
It fucked me up, man. I don't know. I didn't know what PTSD was.
Yeah.
But now I know. So what it did to me is imagine you're riding down the highway and that image pops up in your fucking mind and you can't do anything about it. It just stays there until it goes away. And then once it goes away, you're cool, but guess what? You don't have control if it pops up that night or the next morning. You can't control that. That's what it did to me. And I haven't really, I'm trying to think, like, I've had some good friends, but I haven't looked at a friend the way I've looked at him since then. It's like, nah, man, like, that was crazy, man, what happened to my boy, man.
Do you feel like that was one of the things you seen in the dissension, and did that come out when you landed?
Absolutely. That I definitely seen that because I'll write a rap in 2025 and if it's called for, I'll still mention him.
Mm-hmm.
That shit impacted me for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? And once I landed, the puke was the barf was a representation of bad things that I had experienced just being released from me, just being poured out. Ultimately led into a $20 million indictment, man. Where I was number 2, the white boy was number 1. And it was a hell of a ride, man. It was a hell of a ride.